flexible are you?
Flexible? Pretty flexible.
I'm not talking about just physically, I'm talking about mentally flexible.
Yeah, I think maybe.
I'm going to stretch your imagination. Follow me.
So what exactly is creative workout? Tell me all about it.
Well, it's a program designed for creative thinking to trigger that in people, so it gives people the platform to stretch their imagination. The little tagline, the little twist we have to this is that through these sessions you can find ways to stretch mentally and think physically, as in ideas can come through the body. So for 6 weeks, people practice and engage in games that trigger these creative thinking behaviors, like conceptual blending, that's making an association between two things that seem unrelated, finding ways of finding flow, it's when you're in a zone, when you feel like, oh, you're really into something.
So what sort of people come to the class?
Actually, we have people from a really wide variety of professions, from teachers to real estate to people in marketing. It benefits people on a personal level as well as on a professional level, if it's useful to your workplace.
So what are the sort of things we're going to be doing today?
Quirky exercises, which will include things like object transformation, blindfold drawing, a bunch of fun exercises.
Brilliant, I'm looking forward to it. Let's get it in.
Okay.
We kick off the exercises with some object transformation.
You come up with different objects with these bits, whether it's a telephone, a brush. Only a couple of rules, you can't make them too obvious. It can't be a baby, it can't be a skirt, it can't be a cape or a scarf that's too obvious. Stress your imagination, try to come up with different objects.
Food pops into my mind right away, and a hot loaf of bread has just come out of the oven.
And if you can spread out the sheet all together, we're going to raise it. We're going to bring it to our hips and walk together. And the cloth will billow up and it'll look really pretty. Playfulness is something that we forget to do, and yet, cubs need to play in order to survive, baby bears, everything. So, and sometimes we can get bogged down from our routine. We can even get bogged down by actually knowing too much. One of my favorite quotes is Albert Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge, which doesn't mean like, you have to know stuff. But that beyond that, pushing boundaries is something that we do in creative workouts.
The next exercise is the 100 shape game, focusing on different perspectives.
This is about problem reversal and looking at a problem from a different angle. That's another hint.
There's sticks arranged on the floor to read the number 100. And the aim is to create as many different words as you can.
Oh, well, not.
And Sol says the blindfold drawing allows your mind to be free from visual limitations, helping to push boundaries and take risks.
Now, Deidre, you're quite creative because you're a writer. This is the first time you've been to this particular class. What did you think of it?
Well, I think it's a great help, for unlocking those creative forces that all of us have within us. Some of us can get to it a little easier. Being a writer, I find myself, easily able to tap into that world. But of course, a class like this certainly helps one enter, that zone, the creative zone, a little bit easier because it sort of frees you.
Well, we've been using our imagination today. Now it's time for you to use yours.